To the next portion of the mod, which is the machines portion. And this right here is called an automatic workbench. The names are kind of messed up right now, but what it is you put your crafting recipe in, and I'll just get some leather out of here. And while I'm in here, this is how you craft it. Use the ejection belt, which I'll explain later, a crafting table, and diamond. And basically, we need 4 leather to make boots. So we will 2, 3, 4, and it outputted a boot. By the way, I have conveyor belts back here, so it goes into the machine. I'll explain that. But anyways, there's options in here for redstone triggered. Now, if I put 4 in, it'll have the recipe, but it needs to be triggered by redstone. So we just take this and apply redstone to it, and we'll get our boots. So that's good. Now, we will. Oh, what did I do? Oh, okay. We'll move on to the replacer, and this is really cool. I actually have a little setup behind this sand thing here. So in just a second, I will show you how everything works. So I'm just gonna break this here, and we'll have it come down. Now, if you don't, it's not very good. But if you didn't notice, this is a skeleton. But if I flip this switch, we have a creeper. Flip back. And basically, what happens is you put a block in here, and then you choose the coordinates from that area, and it'll put it in that area. So if I go back here, this is, don't mind all the sand, that was just what I just did. But here is all the replacers needed to make the creeper. Now there's different, so if we go in here, this is actually, we're better off to do this one in the off state. Okay, so if we go in here, we have a emerald and Y2. Y is vertical, X is this way, is my left to right, and Z is this way. So this puts it up two coordinates up. So this air here is 1 coordinate, and this would be the 2nd coordinate. And so all far down to the last one here, we have an 8 and -9. So basically, this puts it up 8. So this would be the top corner. That puts it up 8, and it makes it go over -9 on the Z, which that's positive Z, that's negative Z. So -9 on Z, and then up 8, and this would be the top corner for that one. I noticed that depending on which state you work on is the one that'll show up. Like, I worked on this when I had my lever on, so when these were activated, that's when I built this. I built that when they were all activated, so when I turn it off, it'd take the block away, and I was like, that's weird. Because sometimes I would have it off, and I'd work on it, and then I would have it on, and I'd work on it, and it would get all messed up. Now what happens is when it's off, this is the picture that's going to show when it's off, and this is the picture that's going to show when it's on. You don't want to edit the picture that when it's on, when it's off. I'm going to go ahead and destroy my skeleton here. Alright, so I destroy my skeleton, and this, and this is what this looks like when it's on. Now if I work on it when it's off, it'll mess up. Now say that top row is, say I want to give the creeper a unibrow. just for instance. I'm going to put that there so I can redo it in just a second. So I turn it off. I was like, okay, so I can edit it. And if I go up here, so I can't, shoot, I can't find a good example for this, but it makes sense. Like, if I want to give him a unibrow, yeah, this makes sense. Okay. Let's say I want to give him a unibrow. I don't know how long I made this. Okay, that's it. So if I was like, okay, I want to give him a unibrow, so when he turns on, he'll have a unibrow. Wrong. When he turns on, he'll have green. When he turns off, you'll have this dumb little stick here. So that's the problem. It has to be on for what you want on. It has to be off for what you want off. It's kind of hard to understand. Anyways, if you're confused, I'm sorry. We'll just move on to the next one. The next one's called a roaster. Basically, it's not that hard. It's a roaster. You turn it on. You got fire. You put conveyor belts over the top here. I'll grab a conveyor belt. Put a conveyor belt over the top, and something goes over it. Like, say, you get some raw meat or whatever goes over it. It'll fry it, cook it for you. So the way you build that is iron ingot square with a flint and steel in the middle. And I need this for what I'm doing next. Okay, so this is the block builder, and this is the block harvester. The way the block builder works is that you can put items in here and give it some redstone, and it'll put the blocks out. Or you can throw it in, put it on a conveyor belt, and it'll automatically load it in. So then you can do that, and it'll pop out like that. And the harvester is basically what it's called. It harvests. You do that, harvest, and boom, it's got it all harvested, and you grab it all back. Alright, now this one is the XP bank. Basically, you right click on it, and it's like a bank. You withdraw and deposit. The only problem with this one is it's got bugs. This says deposit 1 level, and it'll just deposit each individual XP point, which I think is a bug right now, because it says 1 level, so that kind of doesn't make sense. So if I have to like keep clicking it in order to get 1 level in, I don't even know how much is our first level. I think it's like 50. No? Is it 100? How many points is 1 level? Is it 100? No? What I still... Is it 150? 50? Nope, I don't know. Let's just deposit all. It's a lot of XP points. But see, they just say levels, and I figure that it'll do levels, but it isn't. So it says I have 0 levels, and I'm like, oh, I need so many levels. You just click for all your levels, or you can just withdraw all and get your 120 XP back. To make the XP bank, it's 3 obsidian, a gas tier, and a block of diamond, which is kind of expensive. But yeah, and I missed it. To make a harvester, it's dispenser with an iron ingot on top, and to make a block builder, it's gold ingot and a dispenser. Now this thing that keeps blowing up is the transmuta box, and basically earlier I showed you what power dust is, and that's what we use this for. It powers the machine, and basically what you do is, I'm making torches right now, so I'm going to use some leather. It takes 10 items at each time and turns it into another item. So I'll have 34 leather left, and I'll have 15 torches after this bar loads up. It's like a condenser, but I think it's kind of less advanced because items aren't worth anything. It's just one item makes something. Like earlier, I put a diamond in and made 1 torch. It's like, that totally doesn't make sense because I can just go grab torches. There we go. We have 34 leather and 15 torches. And so these just power the machine. These are the items that you're turning into something. You can use lightning as a source of power. You just you put that there. then, oh, I have iron. Then you like take this off, and then basically you put the transmuter box right there, and when lightning will strike this, and it'll go into the transmuter box, and it'll start charging it or loading it up basically, and it'll start changing stuff into other things. So that's it for the machines. They're very, very helpful. They can do a lot of things. I will post multiple videos of my creations. I love this mod. I when it first came out, I was like, this mod's awesome. And I made so many creations on past worlds, and I lost them because I got new computers and stuff like that. So that's the machines mod.